call him? Piece of shit low life.
Well, exactly, but he's still the father at the end of the day.
Yeah. His mom is something sort. And like I was saying, she has been trying to control things since the beginning. Like, since we got married, she's been trying to control everything. And I pushed back, and she hates it. And when Mia was about a year old, me and her started fighting. And for a period of 4 years, we weren't talking at all. She didn't even know I was pregnant with Astrid, because we weren't talking. Like, she found out through Chris's brother. We didn't say anything. And, of course, since we started fighting, she always thought that everything that I said was me, and the girl's dad didn't believe, like he didn't think the same way I did. But really, it was me being vocal for both of us. He was just too afraid to say anything to his parents.
Oh, pardon.
Gotta watch that Monster Energy.
Okay, do we
But yeah.
Oh, I didn't get credit.
Even though they might be a younger generation, I'm still talking to them more respectfully than most, because they need someone who's honest with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I am B. I might not tell them everything that goes on, but I'm telling them enough.
Oh, this sucks.
Well, they don't need to know everything.
No, but I'm telling them enough to make them know that there's times where I need them to settle and give me peace.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't get credit for you guys destroying that, because I got kicked.
Oh, no way.
Well, the next one you can, if you don't get kicked for spam.
Yeah, but this is the only one I need for this.
Oh, I've just realised I'm champion 117 now. You shall be into champion soon.
Yeah, I know. I'm already level 42, so...
What level are you, Thora?
43.
Yeah, you're not far off then.
Right,
you won't have skill points then, you have champion points.
Yeah, but like... I do think it's important to talk about depression and mental health.
Ah, definitely 150 million% now.
Alright, let's walk this way, guys. We're not gonna fast travel, we're just gonna walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also when she makes wristbands and stuff, I'll explain each colour of what they mean.
Yeah. I'm going to do a little bit more research, because that picture that you gave me yesterday, there's a couple colors that there's discrepancies, and I want to make sure I get the right colors. So I'm actually going to go to like the ADAD website and those, like all the websites for the ones that we're going to put in, and make sure I have the right color or colors. Because, like, Suicide has yellow, but it also has the teal and the purple.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put both of them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, the dark blue and shit for depression.
Yeah, see, like, even with that, like, there's depression, and then there's mental health, and then, like, because the mental health in general is green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's like those colours are...
there was one that was red and one that was orange. I'm like, well, which one is it? And then, I might look at the colors for autism too, and throw that in there.
Yep. You know, at
because
least
of Aylin, and I know other people who have autistic children, and yeah, that can be very difficult.
You know, and like the one for suicide prevention and stuff, that
like,
has personal meanings.
Right.
So.
Well, for both
and
of us,
self-harm.
Yeah, and self-harm.
Yeah, the woman that I was with in Ireland, her son and her youngest daughter, her son's autistic, and the daughter, she's disabled.
Yeah.
And it's too bad we don't have somebody who does like animations or whatever, because it'd be cool to have an animator put up a slogan or something.
Yes, that'd be good.
Graphic designer?
Yeah.
Let me talk to someone, because I know someone.
Okay, because like if you can get them to put a slogan or something together for it, that'd be good.
Yeah, I just don't know if she will do it for free, because we don't have any money.
Everybody wants money. Nobody wants to do something for mental health for the good of their own heart.
But yeah, but I'll ask her.
Which I think is a bit wrong in a way. I do.
Maybe it'll be different because it's for mental health or something. I don't know. Okay, did you talk to this guy and get intruders in Deshaun?
Yeah.
I'm just doing it now.
We're gonna do that.
You know, but like, if it's for mental health, then they should do one for free or something, because it's for a good cause.
Yeah, I'll ask her. I'll shoot her a message and ask her if she'd do something for it.
We'll just hope it'll be able to go some my depression and stuff, and I don't care if you tell them about it, because it makes them realise, you know, serious things going on.
I find you see how serious it is once you've had it.
Yeah, when you don't have it, you're like, it's not that serious to be charged for.
Or if you just dismiss
you don't understand it.
You don't.
And because I find, like, if you have chicken pox, people can see that you have chicken pox. If you've got a cold, people can see that you've got a cold or a flu or a fever. But with depression, because you can't see it, they don't understand it.
Or even like, because like I have a couple family members at home. It's like you can't see that they have a disability.
I really do take a lot of this sort of stuff seriously, and
but it's a serious thing, really, because it takes lives.
Yeah, it does. And like with that bullying and stuff, like like when 10 or 12-year-old kids are killing themselves because they're being bullied, that's sad.
Right.
That sucks.
Especially
that really
because
sucks.
My kids are that age, and it's like.
We're in short. I've tied my.
I would
believe me.
Yeah, I would feel horrible if anything happened to them.
Believe me right now, right? If someone bullied them to the point of nearly doing that, I don't care how far I'd have to go to find them. They wouldn't have a face left.
In fact, I'm going to...
Can't stand bullies.
Well, okay. You know how the last couple days we were talking about bullies and that? When Eowyn was in kindergarten, she sat on top
she
of a
sat
bully.
on one.
And we called it Batmaning. And her teacher...
Batmaning.
Yeah, her teacher was thrilled that she did it, but at the same time she had to be punished because she sat on top of a kid.
Then there was that time where she hit another bully on the
Right,
bus.
because someone... No. And then in first grade, okay, she pushed a kid because they were picking on a classmate.
Yeah.
And she got in trouble for that, too.
Yeah.
But we're like, yeah, no, we're gonna be proud that she's standing up for other kids.
See,
But
then,
But then, yeah, on the bus, she was bullied into doing something.
Yeah.
Because she's different.
See, that's where I used to get bullied in
My head. Because you can see.
school. And then one day my mum just went to me, look, just punch them.
I am chronic.
Ignore your teachers and all that. They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And I did. And then that's when I thought, wow. You know, I've got rid of the bullies now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I was bullied a couple times.
Oh
Grade,
boy.
I was bullied.
Bullying.
Yeah. And,
Bullying.
and I actually
I was bullied by-
reported it to the principal because I wasn't going to take it because a couple of the guys were like, in class, like, I'm going to kill you. Stuff like that. And I told the principal. And I had just moved to the area, so I really didn't know a whole lot of people. And they were already making fun of me because I came from a big city and this was a smaller town. And so I told the principal, and the principal actually gave me a choice. Like, what do you want to do? You could have them get suspended or, get detention or whatever it was. Or, like, could talk to them and kind of see what happens there. And I gave them the lesser punishment to see if they would actually learn. And the one guy did. And the one guy was mostly being a follower and doing what the other guy was doing just to fit in with him. But it was really the other guy. And he's kind of creepy anyway.
Huh, yeah.
You remember I showed you his picture?
Yep, I'm like, ooh, yep, that's silent type.
Yep. Yeah, he was silent type.
It's the silent ones that you usually have to watch out for,
Yeah, he was creepy, and I didn't feel very comfortable around him. But he ended up being a friend of a guy I dated in high school.
But yeah, if anybody did bully Aiden to the point of thinking about doing that, they wouldn't have a face left.
Yeah.
Because do you know how much, like, I'd want to grab Chris by the throat and just rip his throat out?
I can imagine how much you want to do that. Oh, we're supposed to grab those. Okay. I'm going that way. Yes, I am. Yeah. And, like, I've told him for years.
But then on another serious note, Jake, you've got to understand it's still the child's father.
Well, when
I know.
It sucks. I know it sucks. I've been in relationships with women and their exes have been arseholes and that, and sometimes you just gotta bite your lip and...
Well, he's done a few things that really are bad. And I've talked to him, and it doesn't help.
Look, if you're gonna grab a kid by the neck just to get back, just to get somebody's attention. That's where I
draw the line.
And did one of the girls tell you that?
Well, you know, I know what he does.
But
yeah.
Who told you that? I want to talk to
remember.
And how?
Remember that one time when, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, when you were eating and stuff, and Chris grabbed Dale.
That's what he normally does, and when he does it too hard, and then she'll shriek, and then I yell at him, and then he's like, "You will stop yelling at me because you're taking away from their punishment." It's like, well, you're grabbing them too hard, and I talked to you about it. And back in January, he did that to Mia too hard, and she told her teacher, and we had CPS here. And I'm like, well, we're separated, we're getting divorced. I've talked to him about this for years, and he hasn't changed.
Yeah, no, and that's why...
And it pisses me off, because I've told him that this is happening. And now that...
With the disrespect he gives them, that's where I draw the line.
I don't want them learning.
When it comes to usually doing something to their kids.
And then, of course, 2 years ago, they witnessed him attack me and pin me to the bed. And they actually were yelling at him to get off of me, and he didn't do it, and threatened suicide because he wasn't getting his way.
That's why I don't have any respect for him.
Yeah, and it's like, well, you heard when we were talking about the stuff from Australia, how he turned it so that it seemed like I was still being mean and he was innocent. It's like, oh, well, you have a smartphone, you got to look it up right away. It's like, how long have you known this?
No.
You somewhere around 10 years.
Actually, here's the thing. You didn't look it up straight away. You came to someone who actually lives in that country.
And it's like, yeah, and you're like, you said something, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. So then I looked up dingoes, because he told the girls that they were not native to Australia, and the British brought them, and all this other stuff. And I typed it in my phone, and it came up right away that they're native to Australia. And I said something, and he just went off on me saying, well, you got your smartphone, and you can look it up right away. And I'm like, how long have you known this? I don't know, somewhere around 10 years. I'm like, and you didn't look it up yourself to verify this? Making excuses. And it's like, you don't tell the girls shit that's not true and make them think that it is true. Because
but no, it's like,
when
if you...
What was the first thing I asked you?
Do koalas live on exploding trees?
Yeah, something like that.
I was like,
that just did.
No.
Like, I didn't hear. I don't know if I heard it wrong or what, but I'm like, something about this is not right.
Yeah,
and then when he finally clarified, it's like.
And I was like, yeah. I said to you straight away, I was like,
yeah, you're like, what have you been watching? And I'm like, this is from Chris.
I was like, yeah, fucking figures.
So,
the least you could do is actually look up a fact before you talk shit about a country that I live in.
Right, especially he hasn't been there. You know? And yeah, if anything, because I know people who live in Australia now, I'm gonna have them tell the truth about their country and not something that he's read.
Yeah.
How many milk cauldrons have you guys got to do?
I've still got to collect 6 skulls and cauldrons.
Oh, I collected
I've only got to do one more.
I should, like... Yeah, okay.
But like, yeah, you know, if they disrespect children and stuff like that and grab them by the arm too hard or whatever.
Yeah, because he'll grab like too hard. He's like, well, I don't know my own strength. And I'm like, if they shriek at you, you grab too hard. Well, they twist and turn and it's like, you let go of their arm. Yeah, you let go of their arm and you let them twist and wiggle on the floor on their own, so that way if they get hurt, it's them, not you. You take yourself out of the picture, and he never does.
Goddamn, they're a child. An adult's gonna always have stronger.
Right.
Yeah, but like, what he does is he does it just to get a response from her.
Yeah, he does it to get me pissed off. And then I yell at him.
He's a bully. Yeah. He's a bully then.
Because then what he'll do is he'll turn it against me because I'm now yelling at him and it's being disrespectful, and the girls learn that as a tactic. It's like, well, maybe if you didn't do it in the first place, it never would happen.
Exactly.
Like, how about you use your head, take yourself out of the picture, and then none of this would happen. You wouldn't get yelled at, and the girls wouldn't get hurt. And the girls would be happier. Instead, he does it on purpose to piss me off.
Okay, I've seen a difference from when he's not there and when he is.
Yeah.
When he's not there, they're bouncing around and they're happy and stuff. When he's there, they're not really happy. And if I ask them a question, they don't answer properly because it's either right behind them or they'll get in trouble for it.
Yeah, and if they say anything that he doesn't like, he'll start to yell at them. And it's like, no.
Yeah, or fling their headphones.
Yeah, like yank them off. And there was one time where he did that to Eowyn and I got pissed off. I took the headphones, I stuck them on his head, and I yanked him off just like he did to her. I'm like, how do you like it? Don't do it again.
Well, my principle and how I look at things is, you don't raise your hand to a woman and you don't raise your hand to children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does both.
Well, you know what? He's not a man. He's a coward. And in my eyes, he's got no spine and he can't fight real men, so he has to take it out on women and children.
Yep.
Yeah, and
he
you
has
see
a
why.
Controlling mother.
Like, you see why I'm the sort of person who's like, if he did that and like he was there, he wouldn't have a face. Because that's when I lose all respect for them.
I'm just gonna... This is on the PSN network and I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself because...
Well, I keep telling him that, you know, as much as he hates what Chris does, don't do anything. I'd rather have something happen to Chris on his own than to have something happen to Jake and I lose Jake.
Well, that's what karma's for.
Yes, he'll get what's coming to him. I mean, think about all of the health problems he has right now.
I gotta keep falling down a little bit, but yeah.
I've been in relationships where I've had to bite my lip. Like my ex, who I was talking about earlier, that's self-harmed and things like that.
Yeah.
Her ex is a complete arsehole. And my ex knows what I'm like, but she's gone, please do not do nothing. And I said, do you know the only thing that's stopping me from not doing anything is the children.
Yeah. Yeah,
yep.
because I would rather something happen to their dad on his own, by his own accord,
Okay.
because of his stupidity, than by someone who
I just got 2 skulls.
Okay. Than by someone who actually cares about them, because they need the person who actually cares about them in their life.
That cares.
Yeah, they need to be shown how things really should be, and yeah, that's why I keep telling them, don't do anything.
As I say, there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
But
Chris will take care of himself.
Yeah, and you know, I really do love and care for them.
Yeah, so keep them safe by being in their life. Don't do anything that's going to get you in trouble, and then you will be removed.
I still have my ex now. I still have my ex now texting me saying, don't, even though we're not together, saying, look, please. And I says, I'm not going to touch him. But then she's gone, no, but it's not just you, I know your friends as well. And I says, nope. I says, I know the time and the place.
Yeah,
and this ain't the time and this isn't the place.
Like, you can tell how much I love them and stuff, because it's like, every morning when I get up, I'm like, so what are we going to talk to them about today?
Yeah. You know, and they love talking to you, and they have their game that they do with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that, you know, that means a lot to them, because when Ewan was really little, Chris used to do that kind of stuff with her, but then when he got depression and he changed, and he never, even though he claims he's better, he's not better.
No.
And he's a different person now, and he doesn't think he is, and so he doesn't do some of the stuff that
when I was with my daughter's mum and I was going through depression, my way of my frustration is I used to get to the gym and take the frustration out in the gym.
Yeah. But with him, it's he isolated himself. He sits on the computer all day and doesn't talk to us and doesn't do things, doesn't want to do things, and just wants to do his own thing. And it's like, you have a family. You can't do that.
See, that's where I still wanted to do things, and I wanted to do the family stuff, but I also wanted my time out, and my time out was the gym. And I used to just take it out on the treadmill and the rowing machine, just knacking myself out.
Like,
see,
you know,
the
reason I tell people so much that self-harm is bad.
Be yourself. But you do need to communicate with everybody, especially your significant other. Like, okay, I need the next couple hours to myself. Don't bother me, or, you know, like, this is where I'm going to be. Well, the girl's dad doesn't do any of that. He just goes off and does his own thing. Doesn't say anything.
Well, at first I used to turn around and say I'm going to the gym, and they knew. So when I used to go out, because I'm not saying all the time I used to communicate, because I didn't, but they knew where I used to go, because I used to just grab my gym bag, just go to the gym, and I'd be there for 2 hours.
Yeah, there were clues.
Yeah.
But with him, he would just go off, like, he would go upstairs and hide in a room.
That's a bad thing, really.
Or what he would do sometimes is, if we had a fight, he would leave for work early. And not talk. And it's like, that part pisses me off because it's avoiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always used to say to my daughter's mum, I used to say, look, even if I'm not talking to you, when I'm leaving the house, I always used to give her a kiss and say to her, because you know what? When you leave that house, you don't know when you're coming back or if you're coming back.
Yeah.
Mm.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
You can cross the road and get hit by a bus or a car. So I always used to say to my ex, no matter how bad I feel, I'll always give you a kiss, whether it's on the cheek or on the lips. But if I don't talk to you, just know that I'm getting away to go to the gym. And she went, fair enough.
And that's still communication, because then she still knows your intention. Whereas in my case, I had no idea, because we'd have the same fights over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You kind of get the point. To the point where, it was like every couple weeks we'd have the same fight. And and after a while, it's like, at first, I could go to bed angry and I'd wake up fine. But after a while, that didn't happen anymore, because I got stressed out, I got disappointed, and I felt like I wasn't getting what I needed. He was doing his own thing, and here I am taking care of the kids, trying to make sure everything is good. And
I left the area.
He's doing his own thing, and he's not listening to my needs. And so...
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like, how am I supposed to feel? So if this keeps going on and on and on, after a while, I'm just going to get frustrated and irritated. And then he's like, well, you get so mad at me so easily. And, you know, other stuff like that. And complains to people that he has to walk on eggshells around me because I get irritated easily. It's like, did you even think that maybe you're the reason why I get so irritated? Because I put up with your crap for years, and now I'm not putting up with it anymore?
Shit.
And now you're all surprised because I get pissed off at you?
Exactly.
Why is this not working? Oh, because there's people fighting. Yeah, I mean, okay, we did marriage counseling for 2 years. Okay. In the 2 years, he did nothing to change. And at the end of the 2 years, the marriage counselor is like, I'm sorry, but in these 2 years, hardly anything has changed. I don't see any point in continuing. Here's how to do a pro se divorce. Because we still, agreed on pretty much everything with how things should be. We just can't live in the same house and all that shit anymore. Because he has no respect for me or how things should be done.
With my daughter's mother, it was just, we drifted apart and we just fell out of love, and we sat down and we said, look, this isn't going anywhere. We're still good friends and all that, but we just said, this is not going anywhere. Let's go our different ways. And it was so heartbreaking to sit the children down and tell them that we were splitting up.
Yeah.
And it took a while for all us to adjust, because my ex was going, well, what, do you want the house? And I said, no, you keep the house. I said, because it's the children's home as well. I'm just going to move in with my parents.
Yeah. See, with his mom, okay, because she's controlling, and she thinks that he should be having a typical divorce where we're fighting all the time and this and that. She's telling him all sorts of stuff that he should know, like refusing to pay anything.
That's wrong.
Yeah, and fighting and all this, and it's like, no, do you want him to go to court and spend more money and have to have a lawyer and do all this stuff that requires money we don't have, or do it the easy way where there's no cost? Because if we don't need lawyers, it saves a lot of money. A lot of time.
That's exactly what me and my ex done. I said, look, let's not get courts or solicitors or that involved. We'll do this between us.
Yeah.
And I says, I want to see my daughter every other weekend, and I want to see her, and I have her overnight at least once a week, but I want to be able to pick her up from school whenever I want to. And she says, that's fine as long as you let me know. And I says, that's fine with me then.
See, and that's kind of how we were doing things. Except when he gets real pissy, because then he starts throwing that stuff in my face. Like, a couple weeks ago, he got angry at me. He's like, well, I'm not going to pay anything. I'm not going to pay your rent anymore and this and that. And I'm like, what, so you want the girls to end up homeless on the street?
So he's doing everything wrong.
Yeah, he's doing things just to piss me off. But when things are, you know, like, civil, it's like he can come over whenever he wants right now, because we have an agreement where the girls cannot go over to his parents' house because of stuff that they've done and they deny. And the way they've been treating the girls, we want to keep them out of it as much as possible.
He's wrong.
Yeah. So until he can get his own place, the girls cannot go over there. But he can come over here, but he needs to respect my rules.
Exactly.
And that's been the hard part.
Something he's not doing.
Yeah.
You know, but like...
Yeah. But at least he can see his kids whenever he wants.
Well,
and
this
I'm
is where
okay
I
with
come because now my daughter's like 17 and she's 18 this year. I don't have to deal with a mum as much. If like we come together at birthdays and Christmas, just to say, well, what does she want? If it's a little bit expensive that she wants, we go, well, we'll put together.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's just an idea of how their dad's mom can be. For Christmas, she asked me what Eowyn wanted. I told her Legend of Zelda stuff. I told her where to go.
Yep.
She's like, I didn't want to go there. I couldn't find anything. And got Eowyn a bunch of stuff that Eowyn did not like. Stuff that is what she would like Eowyn to have, not what Eowyn wants. And to me, that
you know that coffee mug I burnt?
Yeah, that defeats the whole purpose of giving gifts.
I found another one like it,
like
so when you do get to visit, Eowyn can have it.
Okay, cool. Because I know she really likes it.
See? Until I put it in the microwave and toasted it.
Yeah.
Guys, I just got to get to the toilet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just put it in the microwave on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't that hard. And the stores that his mom went to were near the store I told her to go to. So she purposely avoided that store because she did not want to go there. She wanted to do it her way.
She can have the Legend of Zelda mug that I just got her, so...
Yeah, she will be thrilled. You know that.
Yeah, I know. I keep small details in mind.
I know, and is gonna love it. And that's how her dad should be. That's how grandparents should be. That's how my parents are the way that they should be. Like for Christmas, okay, they get things that the girls like. You know, they ask the girls, "What do you like? What do you want?" And then they try to do it. I don't know where it went, but because Ashford was too young to go to Build-A-Bear, my dad went to Build-A-Bear and got her a Batman Build-A-Bear. You know?
But,
yeah.
like I said before, when we were playing Resident Evil 7, if it actually came down to that and Mia was kidnapped, if I had to choose between saving Mia and myself, I'd definitely choose Mia over myself.
Yeah. And that's...
Oh, it's her back.
That's the mentality of a parent. You know, because I would do anything for them too.
See, if I was not saying this would ever happen, but if both Mia and I were held at a gunpoint and one person had to die, I'd choose myself over her.
Right, because she's young.
That's what you do over children, though.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. Like, that's what you do as a parent is you want them to live. They're younger and they're the next generation.
You give them your last breath.
And anybody with half a brain can tell how much I care about them, because in my streams I'm always talking about them.
Yeah, you are. And they took to you so quickly when they
I know, right?
Like Eowyn,
okay.
First
week.
Yeah, the first week. Okay. I'm like, okay, you want to talk for 5 minutes? 45 minutes later, they're still talking.
That's a good thing then. That's a good thing that you bonded.
Yeah, well, it was like the first time, like, me and Eowyn actually spoke on the thing, and I was expecting it to be 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, and I was like sitting there like, okay, guys, can I have it back? You know, like, I didn't say anything. Because I was enjoying seeing them talk, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have it back because I want to talk.
Okay.
But
and one thing that surprised the shit out of me was that same day, Eowyn stood mum in the car. Was she gonna marry me eventually? Like. Oh.
Yeah, that was a couple days before that.
Yeah, but like.
Yeah, she asked me that in the car. That was.
Oh boy.
It's like, yeah. Because when she asked me that in the car, I'm like, whoa.
Okay. So.
That one at all. And that was
children
like
what? Good judging character.
That was like, what, 2 days after we started dating, or 3 days after we started dating, or something like that?
Yeah.
And she asked me that question, I'm like, I don't know. We haven't thought about it. It's too early.
No, but then when you asked me about it, I was like, yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while.
Have you two met yet, then, in real life?
No.
You're back. Let me see.
Almost in August.
Yeah, we talk every day.
Video chat every day and stuff.
We have so much in common. It's crazy. The only thing preventing a visit, besides my ankle right now, is finding my passport and the money that was supposed to come in April that I've been fighting for the last 3 months to get from the taxes. Because someone decided not to take care of his student loans and the government decided to take away the money. And last year, with me not working or going to school because of my broken leg, we really need that money. And I was going to use some of it to travel to Australia because we would still have extra money. And yeah.
But no, like, kids are a good judge of character, so for anyone to ask your mother that in such a short time.
Well, and they could see the change in me. Like, I went from being, like, pissed off and sad and situationally depressed to happy.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in years. Because me and their dad have been fighting for 4 years. A few weeks before Astrid was born, I actually was getting depressed. And I remember I didn't eat for a day. And I was in bed. And I just stayed away from him. And I'm like, I can't do this because I'm pregnant. You know, I got to think about the child. And so I called my doctor, and that's when we started seeing the marriage counselor and all this other stuff. And